Hello, welcome to River Flow Yoga. It's Serena here. So today I'm gonna guide you through a warrior flow. In this flow, we're gonna work almost every muscle, building strength and flexibility. I hope you enjoy it. Let's start by finding our way into child pose. Bringing your toes to touch and open the knees away from each other. Allow your buttocks to release down to your heels and allow your forehead to release down into the ground. And from here, start to take deep inhales and long and full exhales, trying to breathe only through the nose. And in your mind, if you wish, you can set your intention for today. And on the next inhale, we're going to start to come forward, finding our way into all fours. Having hip distance between the knees and shoulder distance between the palms. And with an inhale, we're going to lift the right hand up and stretch. And then with an exhale, we're going to release it under the left armpit and relax the head completely down into the ground. Option to walk your left hand in front of you, or option to just keep it next to the chest. And on the next inhale, we're going to start to come out of the pose, stretching the right arm all the way up. And with an exhale, release it down. Let's do the other side. Inhale, lift the left hand and stretch. And exhale, release it under the right armpit. Relax your head. An option to bring your right hand all the way to the front of the mat. And here start to engage your core with every exhale, bringing the belly in. And with every inhale, allowing the belly and the chest to fill up. And then slowly come back, stretch the left hand up, and exhale, release it down. And now tuck your toes and start to shift yourself into your downward facing dog, making sure that your fingers are spread wide open and you're pushing the whole palm equally into the floor. You're relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. Your buttocks is lifting all the way up and your weight is shifting back to your heels. And then from here, you have the option either to walk or to hop to the front of your mat. And then with an inhale and start to come all the way back up into standing. Tuck your tailbone and lengthen your spine. And with an exhale, bring the hands in Namaste in front of the heart. And then inhale, lift the arms over the head to stretch. And exhale, fold it forward. Relax your head. And then inhale, bring your back parallel to the floor. Open the shoulders here. And exhale to fold again. And now step back with the right and step back with the left. Find your plank. On the next exhale, release your plank. Knee, chest and chin. And inhale, find your cobra. Keep pushing your buttocks down to your heels and keep opening your shoulders back. And then shift and find your downward facing dog. Imagine that the chest is looking forward between the palms, so you are creating space between your shoulder and your ears. And with an inhale, lift the left leg and step forward for warrior one. Ground your right heel down and rotate your toes 45 degrees. Inhale and come all the way up into standing. Now from here, keep pushing the outer edge of the right foot, so you're opening your right hip a little bit, and then twist forward with the upper body. Try to have the left thigh parallel to the floor, and then exhale, release and step back for downward facing dog. We're gonna do the other side. Inhale to lift the right leg up, and then step forward between the palms. Ground the right heel, ground the outer edge of the left foot, and inhale, bring the arms over the head. Bend the right knee as much as you can. Just make sure that you have right ankle and right knee on the same line. Take a deep breath here, and then when you exhale, back, downward facing dog. And then look forward, either walk or hop to the front of your mat. Bring your back parallel to the floor, and then with an exhale, fold. Inhale and reach all the way up into standing. And exhale, hands in Namaste. And again from here, inhale, bring the arms over the head to stretch. And when you exhale, find your chair pose. In chair pose, make sure that you can see your toes. And then exhale and fold forward. Inhale, backs parallel to the floor. And exhale, release. Now from here, walk back and find your plank. Push your heels back and engage your core. And with an exhale, option to release knee, chest, and chin or chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or upward facing. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. And then step forward with the left, finding your warrior one, grounding the right heel, and bringing the arms over the head. Tailbone is tucked in and core is engaged. On the next exhale, release, back into downward facing dog. And let's do the other side. Inhale, right leg up and big step to the front. Ground your left heel down and inhale, bring your arms over your head. Your right thigh is parallel to the floor and your belly is in. And again, release, back, downward facing dog. Option to walk or hop to the front of your mat. Find your standing forward bend. Bring your back parallel to the floor and then exhale, release it. Next inhale, come all the way up into standing. Tuck your tailbone in, lengthen your spine. And when you exhale, release your hands in Namaste. Once again, inhale, arms up. And exhale for chair pose. Engage your inner thighs. And then fold it forward. Inhale to bring the back parallel to the floor. And exhale to fold again. And now from here, step back with the left. And we're going to find high lunge. So you want to bring the arms over the head. Now if this is too much for you, you can bend the left knee a little bit. Just make sure there's no compression in the lower back. From here, interlace your fingers together and bring yourself into your peaceful warrior, folding the chest all the way to the front. If this is too much for you, you can ground your left heel down. And inhale, come back, release your arms, step back and find your plank. And then with an exhale, release your plank any way you want to. And inhale for cobra or upward facing. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Now you can follow your own breath if I'm going too quick or too slow for you. Lift the left leg up, point your toes. Using your core muscle, step forward between your palms. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. And from here, we're going to start to tap the right knee down into the mat. And then inhale, come back. 2 more. 1 more time. And then come back and step forward into your standing forward bend with your back parallel to the floor. And then exhale and release. Next inhale. Lift all the way up. Lengthen your spine. And then exhale, find your chair pose. Core is engaged, tailbone is tucked in. And fold forward. Inhale, backs parallel to the floor. And exhale to fold again. And this time we're going to step back with the right, finding high lunge. Remember, you have the option to bend the right leg if you feel any compression in the lower back. Interlace your fingers behind you and we're going to be moving into peaceful warrior. And start to fold forward. So you're going to have your left shoulder touching your left knee. Your arms are over your head. And remember to breathe deeply in and out through your nose. And then slowly come back, release your pose and step back, finding your plank. Shoulder, wrist on the same line. And then with an exhale, release, knee, chest and chin or chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. And then back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Next, inhale, lift the right leg and step forward between the palms, finding your high lunge, bringing your arms over the head, or maybe just keep them on the hips, and start to tap your knee down 3 times. And 2, and 3. Come back and step forward. Your back's parallel to the floor, and exhale to fold. Deep inhale, come all the way up into standing, and then exhale to bring the hands in Namaste. And from here, just release your hands next to you. Close your eyes and just check how you're feeling right now, physically and mentally. Check how your breath is feeling as well. Is it short? Is it deep? And open your eyes and inhale and lift your arms up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and start to stretch yourself all the way to the right side. And then come back and switch, stretching all the way to the left. Your tailbone is tucked in and your core is engaged. And then come back to release. Inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale to fold forward. Inhale, lift your back parallel to the floor, open the shoulders, and exhale to fold. Step back with the left, step back with the right, and find your plank. And with an exhale, release it down, knee, chest, and chin or chaturanga. Inhale for cobra, pushing your buttocks down to the heels. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. And then inhale and step forward with the left. Find your warrior one. See if you can go deeper in your warrior one. Having your left thigh parallel to the mat. Your arms are over your head. One more breath. Now option to use a block if you have a block. And we're going to start to stretch the left leg completely. And releasing the arms all the way down into the floor. If you have the block, maybe you want to put the block in front of the leg and place your arms on top of it. Try to keep your hips on the same level here, stretching into the left hamstring and keeping your back as straight as you can. Also remember to keep pushing the outer edge of the right foot. Your breath is deep, flowing in and out through the nose. Holding one more breath. And then we're going to start to move into Warrior 3, our balancing pose. So lift your chest and place your arms on your hips. Option to keep the left leg bended at first. And slowly start to shift the weight into the left foot, bringing your right leg parallel to the floor and bringing your chest parallel to the mat as well. Imagine that you're pushing back with the right foot, so the right leg is completely engaged. You can bring the arms into Superman position, or you can keep them on the hips. And then slowly from here, we're going to start to release the hands down into the floor, finding standing split, lifting the right leg as high as it goes, pointing the right toes, and then step back and let's find Warrior 2. So for Warrior 2, you want to have the front heel in the center of the back foot if you draw a line. And then you want to have your left knee, your left ankle on the same line. You're opening your hips here. You're tucking your tailbone, lengthening the spine. Your shoulders are strong and your arms as well. And with an inhale, we're going to reverse our Warrior. And then with an exhale, we're going to find extended Warrior 2. Option to place your left elbow on your left thigh, or maybe just release the left hand down using your core muscles. And then come back into Warrior 2 and stretch the left leg completely, finding your triangle pose. Inhale and stretch, reversing your Warrior, and then exhale and bring it forward. Keep rotating your belly, rotating your chest so they're parallel to whatever is in front of you. And when you look at the side of your body, it's a nice straight line, so you're not rounding here. And then inhale and start to come back. Now we're gonna move the feet parallel to each other, and you wanna have the toes slightly in, so you have your legs in V position. And with an inhale, you're gonna lift the arms over the head, and then exhale and bring yourself parallel to the floor. Keep your core engaged, keep lengthening through the crown of your head. So you're using your back muscles here as well. You're stretching through the legs, and then exhale, release, place your hands down on the floor. Inhale and come back all the way up, arms over the head. Rotate yourself to the front of your mat and step back, finding your downward facing dog. If you need to move the legs here a little bit, go ahead. And when you feel ready, we're gonna do the other side, stepping forward with the right, finding your warrior one. Pushing your buttocks down to your heels, core is engaged, and then arms over the head. Keep pushing the outer edge of the left foot to the left side. And you want to have your right knee and your right ankle on the same line. Holding here one more breath. And then from here, we're going to start to stretch the right leg completely. Option to take a smaller step if you need to. Bring your hips on the same level and release your arms down into the mat. Try to keep your back as straight as you can. And then see how far you can fold forward. If you feel this is too much and you just want to keep your back parallel to the floor, just stay where you are. Remember to always stay gentle to your body. And come back to the breath, in and out through the nose. Allowing your right hamstrings to stretch completely. And then on the next inhale, come back, find your warrior one. Place your hands on your hips, ground yourself, and start to shift yourself into the right foot, finding your warrior three, having your left leg and your upper body parallel to the mat. Option to keep your hands on your hips, or option to release them behind you like Superman. Keep breathing here. And then release your arms down into the mat. Finding your standing split, pointing your left toes and lifting them as high up as you can. And with an exhale, step back and find your warrior two. So you want to open the hips here, having your right knee, right ankle on the same line. You're pushing the outer edge of the left foot. You're tucking your tailbone, you're lengthening the spine. And you're gazing forward. And then on the next inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, bring it forward, extended warrior two. Remember to keep pushing your buttocks down to your heels. Your core is engaged. One more breath. And again from here, inhale and reverse your warrior back. And let's find triangle pose. So the right leg is completely straight. And you're still opening here your right thigh and your right knee back behind you. So do not allow your right knee to drop forward. You're lengthening through the crown of your head. One more breath. And then come back, warrior two, rotate yourself to the front and step back for your downward facing dog. And immediately release down for your child pose, bringing your buttocks to touch your heels and relaxing completely here. And with an inhale, start to come back, finding your downward facing dog. Stepping forward with the left and then rotate yourself to the side of your mat, having your legs in V position, bringing your toes out and then finding your sumo squat. Try to drop down as much as you can. Keep your back straight, your core engaged. And then from here, slowly come back. take a smaller step and we're gonna release all the way down into our squat. Placing your elbows inside of the knees and pushing your elbows to the knees and the knees to the elbows, so you're opening the hips here. Your spine is long and straight and your breath is flowing in and out through your nose. Now from here, you're gonna place your right hand next to the right leg and you're gonna lift the left hand up to stretch. And then come back and switch sides. Release and simply from here drop down and come to sit. With the legs folded, inhale and lift the arms over the head. And when you exhale, twist to the right. Ground your seat bones and lengthen your spine. Open the shoulders as much as you can here. And then exhale and come back. Inhale, lengthen the arms, and exhale, twist to the other side. Keep lengthening through the crown of the head. Keep the core engaged. And again, come back to center, lengthen the arms all the way up. And this time, exhale and release them down. Placing the right hand next to you and start to slide to the right side, stretching through the left side of the body as much as you can. Come back and change. So the left hand is down and the right one is over the head. Feel the stretch happening in the right side of your body. And again from here, come back and bring your arms over the head. And when you release, place the right elbow inside of the left. Either interlace the fingers together or just touch the palms. Inhale, lift the elbow as high as you can. And now when you exhale, you're going to start to bring the elbow close to the belly, rounding the spine. And when you inhale, you're going to lift back up, bringing the elbows as high up as you can. Let's do it one more time. Exhale to round. You want to feel this in the shoulders, in the spine. Inhale, come back, release the arms. Open them behind you, lift the chest. And when you come back, this time place the left elbow on top of the right and lift the elbows as high up as you can. And then exhale, starting to round, bringing your elbows down into your belly. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, lift the elbows up. And then when you exhale, bring the elbows close to the belly, around your spine. And again, release, bring the arms behind you. This time, interlace your fingers together. Squeeze the shoulders back, lift the chest, and fold forward as much as you can. Bringing the arms over the head. If you can touch the floor with the forehead, go ahead. And with an inhale, come back, release your arms, bring them all the way over the head. And exhale to release. Stretch both legs in front of you. Ground your seat bones down. Make sure that your back is long and straight. Option to place a block under you if you need to. And with an inhale, lift your arms over your head. And then exhale and fold it forward. Option to keep your knees bent a little bit here. Remember to keep lengthening your spine, no rounding in the upper back. Your breath is deep. And when you look at your toes, you want to have a straight line up to the ceiling. We're going to hold here just a little bit. If you can bring the belly to touch the thighs, go ahead. If not, just keep yourself comfortable wherever you are. One more breath. And then on the next inhale, we're gonna start to come out of the pose. Bringing your arms over the head to stretch. And then exhale and release. From here, come back and lay on your mat. Bending your knees into your chest, open the arms like a T and release your legs to the right side. Keep pushing your left shoulder down and relaxing in this pose, relaxing the breath and relaxing the body. And then slowly come back and switch sides, releasing your legs all the way to the left, pushing your right shoulder down, enjoying the side stretch. You've worked really hard today. It's time to start to come down. Next inhale, come back. Place your feet on the floor, hip distance apart, knee ankle on the same line, and start to move yourself into your bridge pose, lifting your hips and interlacing your fingers under you. Keep pushing your shoulders down to the floor, lifting the belly and lifting the chest. And then exhale and release. And from here, place your right ankle on top of your left knee and release your left foot off the floor. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. So we're doing a reverse pigeon pose. The stretch is happening in the right leg mostly. And then from here, you're going to release your hands, keep the legs in the same position and just drop them to the left. Pushing the right knee away from the floor. And then slowly come back, release your right leg, shake it if you need to, and just switch sides, placing the left ankle on top of the right knee and interlacing your fingers behind your right thigh. Your shoulders are still relaxed here, and your left knee is pushing away from your belly. Remember to breathe. Release your arms and drop all the way to the right side. Your shoulders are still on the floor. And again from here, we're gonna start to come back. We're gonna be moving into our shoulder stand. So if you have any neck issues, please avoid shoulder stand and simply just place block under you and lift your legs up. If you're okay, place your arms next to you. Protect your lower back if you need to. And inhale to bring your legs all the way up into the air. Point your toes and push your shoulders down into the mat. Make sure you're not feeling any compression in the lower back. Your core is engaged. And from here, start to release your right leg all the way behind you. If it's too much, keep it parallel to the floor. Inhale, come back, and then exhale to release the left leg. Keep your back as straight as you can and keep your weight on your shoulders. Inhale, come back, and exhale, release both legs. Again, option to touch the toes down into the mat, or option to keep the legs parallel to the floor. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Keep lifting your buttocks high up. And then from here, bend your knees to your chest. If you need, you can protect your lower back. And we're gonna start to release very slowly, maybe using your core muscles, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down into the floor. Once you reach your mat, relax here for a few breaths. Close your eyes and check how you're feeling right now. How you're feeling after this warrior flow. Did you open up? Did you stretch? Did you get stronger? And then slowly from here, start to bring the right knee into the belly and hug it, releasing any tension in the lower back. And then release this leg and bend the left one and hug it. Push it as close to your belly as you can. And release again. Now from here, we're gonna move into our last pose, fish pose. For fish pose, you wanna place your elbows next to you. Your palms are under the buttocks or maybe just next to the body. You're gonna lift the chest away from the floor and place the top of your head on the mat. Now option to release your arms and bring them all the way over your head. Please make sure you're not feeling any compression in the lower back or in the neck. Wherever you are, hold your pose for one more breath. And then with an exhale, release it. Bend your knees into your chest and hug them. Maybe wiggle a little bit from side to side. And then release down for your Shavasana. You can stay here for as much as you like. I hope you have enjoyed this flow. Thank you so much. Namaste.